This is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Just came back from my walk. It's a beautiful Sunday evening in Michigan. Whew, thank God the heat wave. We had a little bit of a heat wave there for a minute. It was pretty hot. Now it's about around 80. It's pretty nice. Anyway, I like to, a lot of times, like to meditate on spiritual things. And it's good to meditate on spiritual things. It helps me to keep things in perspective and halfway keep my head screwed on right. So I like to actually meditate on spiritual things because it does keep me spiritually grounded and focused. Um, but I was actually meditating today on actually when I went to the hall and the brother said something in the talk that kind of resonated with me, and he was talking about being thankful, um, basically sharing the scripture with us about the in Matthew about the birds, um, about Jehovah God providing for us. He provides for the birds, and He's going to provide for us. And we should be content with food and clothing, the basic necessities, and that we should be thankful for the basics. And I was on Facebook earlier, and you know how they put your memories up there. When I shared a post a year ago, and I shared it again today, that if you have, it said if you have a roof over your head, a warm bed to sleep in, food in your refrigerator, um, you are doing better than, you are richer than 75% of the population, of the world population. So I was like, that was really deep. I really read that and I really meditate on it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty deep. And it just make me think that we should be grateful. We should be thankful for the basics. But also, I want to talk about being thankful in difficult circumstances. I mean, it's easy to be thankful when things are going good, but what about in difficult circumstances when things are difficult and you're really struggling? Like right now, I mean, I've always struggled, but I'm really having a hard time right now, and it's really a challenge to really count your blessings and be thankful when times are really hard and you're really struggling. And so that's when it becomes a challenge because it's so easy to focus on the challenges that you're facing. So easy to focus on that and not really focus on anything else. But that's it's very difficult to really be thankful in those times. But that's when I really try to read scriptures, think about the scriptures, and I really think about those scriptures where it talks about just being content with the basic necessities. And I challenged in that area a lot of times because I have been struggling for many years, and it's just I'm over it at this point. And so it is challenging to me. It's challenging to have that humbleness and just be thankful. But it's really a blessing. The things that we take for granted, it's a blessing to have a roof over your head. It's a blessing to have food. It's a blessing to have clothes. It's a blessing to have a warm bed to sleep in. And we have the tendency to take those things for granted. But it's so many people that don't have those things. Um, I see people out there all the time in my city, that's homeless. And it's going on all over the world that people don't have a home. People don't have a warm bed to sleep in. And, a lot of people are sleeping on the street. And so we are not to take those things for granted. And we are to be thankful even in difficult circumstances, even when our circumstances seem very, very, very hopeless. And we really seem to be struggling because in this time, a lot of people are struggling because the system is governed by greed. So a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are in poverty, and it's so easy to focus on those problems, including myself. And I'm guilty as well. I mean, it's so easy for me to focus on those things, on my struggles. But you really got to take the time to really